Hi, my name's Jacob, and I've been balding since I was in my early 20s. Does it bother me? A little bit, but not because I hate the way that I look. It's actually because I really liked my hair. Well, I really like my hair. See, ever since I was a little kid, I've always had curly hair. Hey! Come on, eyes down here. I know the video's about my hair, but we'll get to that. I'll show you everything that is up here, not up there. Right now, look me in the eyes. Look me in the eyes. Thanks. See, I grew up in the 90s, and at the time, all of the teen heartthrobs, all the celebrities had really, really straight hair, and I wanted that. In hindsight, not so much. But because all of the people that I looked up to looked like that, and I had really curly hair, I just really didn't like my hair. That was until Justin Timberlake entered the scene. He changed everything. Now, all of a sudden, the hottest male superstar in the country had hair that looked like mine. It was a game changer. Seriously, I know it sounds ridiculous, but Justin Timberlake having curly hair made me love having curly hair. Now, before we continue with story time, I know a lot of you are here just to see the after photos, the change from this to what I look like at the end of the video, and you don't want to see all the process and all that kind of stuff. So if you're here just for that, you can go to this time in the video and see what I look like at the end of this whole thing. All right, welcome back. A year or so after I graduated college is when I noticed that my hair started thinning. I was a little bummed, but it wasn't anything that was unexpected. Ever since that time, I just always have kept my hair short. I've kept it buzzed. I liked the way it looked. I sincerely liked the way it looked. I thought it looked good on my rounder face and with the beard and stuff. And it was easy to do at home. Honestly, I've probably saved thousands of dollars over the last 11 or 12 years cutting my own hair. And for the last year and a half almost, I've been growing it out. And I was very happy to see that despite me keeping my hair short, keeping it buzzed, my locks are still there. My curly locks are still there. I'm happy to see my curls. But the reason we're here, as you can see, the top did not grow back very thick. This was not a surprise to me again. So I'm sure you want to take a look, all around up here, very thick. The top, crown, not so much. It's been thinning for a while. So, what is a balding person to do? Number one, there are medications you can take like finasteride and minoxidil and DHT blocking shampoo and vitamins and that kind of stuff. And I have been doing that for the last couple of years. And although it hasn't helped me grow all of my hair back, I think that it's helped me to prevent losing the hair that I would have lost had I not been taking those medications. And the great thing is that stuff, the medications these days are really, really cheap. There are a lot of companies and services that offer delivery at a good price direct to your door. Things like Roman and Keeps and Hims. The biggest issue for some people is that there's a small portion of people that have some negative side effects when taking things like finasteride. So not always an option for everybody, but probably the cheapest option. The second option is to have hair transplant surgery. Now this has come a long, long way over the last 40 years when I think it was started. Not sure about the history, but regardless, the technology that exists for hair transplant surgery nowadays is very, very good. And for most people, they have huge success with it. The biggest issue is that it is crazy, crazy expensive. They charge you per follicle, and in most cases, you have to have thousands of follicles moved from one place to another place on your head. So there are people like Zach from the Try Guys and Zane from the Vlog Squad who have made videos on YouTube about their hair transplant procedures and how it looks after, and they've had really great success. They've been able to get a full head of hair again. But unless you have the money to buy a new car and you decide to spend that on hair transplant instead, you're not going to be able to afford it. It's very expensive. But if you have the money, it's a great option, and it's safe. So that brings us to our third option, which are hair systems.
What's a hair system?
I'm glad you asked, because that's what this video is actually about. Hair systems are just, I hate to say this, but they're modern day toupees.
No! No!
I know, I can hear you groaning from your side of the screen. Toupees, just like a rug on the top of your head. But trust me, just like everything else, just like imagine televisions 30 or 40 years ago. Imagine cars. The technology has advanced. Please just trust me. You're going to see later on this video that that's the case. But the technology has advanced, and I guarantee you there are probably celebrities or even friends of yours that are wearing hair systems, and you don't even realize it because they look that good. That's what this video is about today. Option number 3, hair systems. I was sent a hair system by a company called Levivid, which is a company that makes hair systems. Hold on, actually, let me get it. So this is the hair system they sent. It's in this nice little shoebox. And there you go. Looks like the top of someone's head. But, yes, they sent this to me for free, but they are not sponsoring this video. I'm sure that they hope I say something nice and that I have a great experience. They have trust in their product, otherwise they wouldn't have sent it to me. But if I don't have a good experience, I'm going to let you know. This is my video, and they don't have any say in what I say. But that hair system is going to go on top of my head. I'm not going to talk that much right now about the hair system or about the process. 1, because I've never done this before. This is brand new to me as well. But 2, I might as well just show you. So I'm going to pack up my stuff, hop in a rental car, and drive down to New Jersey to get this thing cut and installed. You're probably asking yourself, why am I going all the way to New Jersey to get this hair system installed? Well, the main reason is that all of the people I could find who did these kinds of things in New York City or in the immediate area of New York City, they either were charging way too much, like 4 times as much as they should, or as I feel that they should, or they had some sort of like weird exclusivity contract with some other hair system company, and they either wouldn't install another company's hair system or they wouldn't do it on camera. And I wanted to share all this with you, so that was a no-go from me. So I was lucky enough to be able to find this guy Jonathan at Elite Barbershop in Toms River, New Jersey, I think. So I'm looking forward to it, and I just hope I get there safely. I'm pretty good at driving in the snow because I grew up around snow in the Chicago area, like lots of it. So I feel confident, but I am running a little bit behind because of the snow. So I'll see you when we get there. And now it's time for voiceover, Jacob. In all seriousness, I wanted to talk to John and do this whole video where I was showing all the different aspects of this, but I was running super late because of the snow. So I just basically ran in, he said sit down, and we got started. So what you can see he's doing now is he's shaving all of the hair off the top of my head in that cul-de-sac area, and then he wiped it down with some alcohol to get rid of all the oils and stuff. And you can see he's putting on the hair system, basically just to measure where he's going to need to cut it. So he's putting it in the right spot, marking my hairline, and then he's wetting down the hair system to get off any stuff from the factory where it's manufactured, they're made by hand, by the way. So now we're drying it up, and then he's actually going to cut it. He's going to cut the hair system to fit the part of my head that is bald. And now he's using that paintbrush. What he's doing is he's painting on some adhesive. The stuff we used is called Walker Ultra Hold, and that's meant, it's like pretty strong stuff. It's meant to hold that on for a couple weeks, but it's not gonna damage my skin in any way. This stuff is made for this specific purpose. It's made for hair systems and other things that need to attach to the skin, so it's safe to use, but it's pretty strong stuff. So he puts that on, he blow dries it so it gets a little bit tacky, puts on another layer, and then we're gonna put on the hair system itself. Look at me, I look ridiculous. I'm all over the cloud. The hair's going on my head. Ah! Alright, now that the adhesive is tacky, he's going to put on the hair system. You can see he's starting with the hairline in the front because that is where you want it to be most accurate. You start at the hairline and then you pull it down to the side and slowly bring it backward. You can always cut off excess in the back. In fact, he does, and he cuts off excess on the sides. But you want that hairline to be in the right spot. Now you can see him pushing down on my head, which is fine. It looks like he's putting a lot of force in his, but it wasn't anything I couldn't handle. Then we're grabbing a towel, putting that over my head, and really making sure that there's a nice tight bond between the hair system and my head. All right, pause the video. This, man, first of all, this look right here, just the long hair, I love it. if I could have kept my hair like this, it would have been awesome. But as you can see, my hair is much curlier than the hair system was, and so it would have looked really weird. It looked really fake, but to have a nice mane like that would have been really cool. So now we're moving on to the cut and style. Basically, he's just cutting my hair as he normally would, with the added thing of removing the excess hair system from the sides where it's not adhered to the head itself. So he's cutting that out, and he's just styling my hair. He's cutting and styling my hair just like he normally would at any normal barbershop. All right, we're back in my apartment very quickly. Before I do the final reveal and I show you what I look like with my new hair, I just wanted to say that if you're new, and that's likely, if you've never seen any of my videos before, I would really love it if you subscribed. I'm sure I'm going to make some follow-up videos about the hair system on my head, because obviously you're going to want to see what it's like living with it and maintenance and all that kind of stuff. But I'd love it if you subscribed. The thing is, it's free. You can change your mind anytime you want. So if you do subscribe and you're like, I'm not really enjoying the stuff that he's been uploading, you can just click unsubscribe in the future. But you should do it now. Just, because it's the nice thing to do. Also, hold on 1 second. Remember those people at the beginning that skipped forward? They're arriving right now, so I need to address them. Just 1 second. I'll be right back. Hi. Welcome. Welcome to the future. I see that you skipped forward to the right time, so great job. I know that I offered you the ability to skip forward and told you exactly when to skip forward to, but I feel like I need to let you know that I think that's sort of a jerk move. I put a lot of effort into this video, and I think that this whole process is like really cool to watch, and there's probably a lot that you can gain from watching the whole video. But also, it's just like, come on, I made this video for you to watch, and you're skipping most of it. So, this is your choice. You have the ability to do whatever you want. I can't stop you. But if you want to change your mind, just go back to this time right here. Skip back, go back in time, and then watch the whole thing. That would be great. I'd love that. I'd appreciate it. You'd be awesome. If you still don't want to, that's you. That's your choice. Just know that I'm judging you. All right? All right. I'm going to get back to the people who watched the whole video, and we'll see the final reveal. Okay, cool. So let's get back and see what I look like with my new hair. You guys ready? This is my new hair. Take a look. You see? You see it? You see the back, the top. So this is not how John at the barbershop styled it the day that I got it. He had the front up and stuff like that, but there are a few reasons I am wearing it like this. This is how I've been doing it, but again, I've spent the last like 11 or 12 years with very short hair, and so styling hair is still something that I gotta get used to, and I need to find what I like. But this is not so bad. But I put some like coconut coconut curling cream in there to try to help it out. So I'm getting ahead of myself. A few things. One, Levivid, who again very kindly and graciously sent this to me. It was around Christmas time, and there's a pandemic going on, and so they didn't have every single hair system in stock for me to choose from. They only had a few. All that to say that I didn't get a hair system with curly hair to match my hair, and because of that, John had to cut the sides and the back a little shorter than I initially had wanted, but it was necessary because if he hadn't, then the sides of my hair and the back would have been longer and like really curly, and then the top would have been very straight, and it would have looked really, really fake and really weird and wrong. Also, it probably looks a little weird and out of place to you right now. Oh, let me fix that. What was I going to say? Well, the other thing, and it took me, it's now 4 days after I got this done, and I'm now finally mostly used to it, but you're probably like really, it's taking you some time to get used to, I'm sure, as well, because the last me you saw had really, really curly hair, and that's what I'm used to, and this is not. This is very straight. So that takes a little bit to get used to, but after about 4 days, I'm like, oh yeah, that's my hair, that's me. So this is shortly after me getting out of the shower and styling it a little bit, like I said, with the coconut curling cream. But let's take a look at what it looks like in the morning with bed hair. So this is what it looks like in the morning as bed hair. This is my bed hair. This is what it's like after I've just woken up. I don't know, I'll spin so you can see the back. You can see the left. It is still a little weird sometimes when I see myself in the mirror, but it's normal. It seems mostly normal. I do have the little fringe going on up in the front. You know what that looks like? So before I sign off, the last thing that I want to touch on is just body positivity in general. As I mentioned at the beginning of the video, I didn't do this because I felt bad about the way I looked and had like confidence issues. Although there are a lot of people that do feel those things, and their feelings are valid. I did this because I thought it would be fun, it would make a cool YouTube video, and as I mentioned, I enjoy having hair and messing with it and trying to style it different ways, so that's why I did this. You can feel free to comment whatever you like in the comments as long as it's not disrespectful, but just know that I don't need you, nor do I necessarily want you to tell me that you liked the way I looked before, or that I didn't need to do this, or whatever. Again, I'm confident enough in the way I look to have worn my hair naturally for the last 11 years. And, you know, the fact that I'm balding sort of sucks, but it's not something that I'm super self-conscious about. And it's not something that like keeps me up at night or makes me feel bad about myself. If you are a person that feels bad about the fact that you're balding or just dislikes the way you look because of that, that is totally fine. Obviously, you should love you should love yourself, the body that you're in, and the way that you look. But if you don't, for whatever reason, and you have the opportunity, you have the means to affect the way that you look in a positive way to make you feel better about yourself, then I say take advantage of that. But don't do it because someone else is making you feel bad. If you have a partner that puts you down because you're balding or whatever, then maybe that relationship isn't so healthy. And obviously, do not listen to anything anybody on the internet says about the way that you look, or the way that anyone else looks for that matter, because that is just a toxic road to go down. And it's not a good one. So, all that to say that how you feel about the way that you look should be a personal thing. Don't let other people affect that if you can. And if you feel like you want to change the way you look for whatever reason, that is your decision and your decision alone. Unless you're underage, then your parents have a little bit of say in that, but that's a whole other thing. So that's my new hair. I am balding, and now I've got a new head of hair. I appreciate you guys watching. Thank you so much. And thank you again to Levivid for sending this hair system for me to review, to try out. I really appreciate it. They've been awesome during this whole thing. And so if you are considering this yourself, please go to Levivid's website. All the information for the website and about the one specifically that I got is in the description below. You can use the promo code Jacob15 to get 15% off. And if you have any questions about any of this, you can just reach out to them. They're super, super helpful. Also, thank you so much, John at Elite Barbers in Toms River, New Jersey. He's got such a cool setup there. Very, very nice dude, super committed to what he does, and he's got a great business. So if you're in the area, even if you don't need a hair system, if you just need a haircut, check him out. I'll link that below as well. But that's all. I'll see you guys in the next video, still with my new hair. I appreciate you watching as always. Don't forget to create and explore. All right, bye.